I'm Logan.
And I'm Kira.
And we are By the Bay.
This Tuesday, SFAI will be hosting The Role of Art in the Tech of Tomorrow.
We'll be debating Silicon Valley-style tech projects, the ethics behind them, and how art has a place in the rapidly evolving tech business.
RSVP on Eventbrite and join us in Fort Mason at 7 p.m. for some engaging discussion and free refreshments. Starting December 6th and showing until March 28th, the Walter McBean Galleries will debut 4 new video works by Jefferson Pinder and Flashpoint. Pinder takes us back to 1919 to give us a stark, brutally honest look at the post-war racial tensions of the Red Summer. The opening reception starts at 5 p.m.
We've got Student Alliance meetings every Tuesday. Head to room 16B at noon and make your voice heard. All undergrads are welcome, and anyone who attends 3 meetings can join the student government, which has direct involvement in school decisions.
Hey Logan, did you know about the film screening happening on December 5th?
I had no idea there was one.
We'll keep watching to find out more.
Even though it's not the final title, what would the working title be?
Well, I mean, June Rose is not here, but like...
I know, you guys come over there. She's not here. She's not here.
I know, but like...
Director, come up with a working title.
CHD Codex very well? What's the
Well,
difference
we can
between
change it
HHD?
Yeah, it's why it's called a working
It's all
title.
1920 by 1080.
Oh, then I have
If
no
you want,
idea
I'll give
what
you
this
one.
is. If it's
Confidential
all just-
report. This is team
Either that, or
confidential
you could do
report.
intra-I at
Okay.
540.
How are you feeling? You ready for the fight?
I'm so ready.
Yeah?
I'm like super confident right now.
Okay.
High
What?
five, yeah.
Yeah.
Come to me on the day of
Acting
my
wise,
daughter's wedding
this is kind of what we
anniversary,
need.
and you asked me
So a lot of the
to fund
actors
this
we
film
need,
for you.
like,
Honestly, I was impressed by the Panasonic. It doesn't
So-
have quite all the manual controls out of like.
Yeah.
But,
so
you know.
I will write down my. We need a judge.
Why is it under the water? Good.
Okay.
People it. People it. You guys can. Okay, here we go. The judge. Billy Ford Floyd will speed the equivalent amount of days he committed his crime of a friend in jail, where he cannot fill the economy with greed. I like it. So the point is that when you read that, it does make you want to read the whole script. Get your you want to make sure every page you have has something of interest, which means it should be well written. So good job. I'm going to do that to all of your scripts. You don't have it.
I did it, and I live on a good page.
I'm going to go with you.
One good.
All right. So now we have.
Okay. What do we have? This one's cute. Yeah, this one's cute. Hello? Yeah, okay. Yeah. We can do that. Yeah, so we're gonna meet at that location instead. Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, I'll talk to you then. Where is it? I swear. Huh. Hello? You gotta be kidding me. What?
Starting November 7th and ending December 1st, we've got another swell show.
Come to Art Attack SF. 2358 Market Street, Suite 1, from 6 to 9 p.m. to see work that bridges the gap between commercial and conceptual. Hell, sounds pretty swell!
If you'd like to sit down and enjoy a free meal with friends and enemies, Abbey Hall hosts dinner every Sunday. Anyone who'd like to learn how to cook should come down at 6 p.m. And for those of us interested in eating instead, 7 p.m. If you're staying in the dorms this Thanksgiving break, stop by for a community feast on the 28th at 6 p.m.
Just a heads up, December 6th is the end of the semester, and grades will be out on December 16th.
Student highlights are a great way to showcase some of the great artists that are students here at SFAI.
Hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know like how to describe the kind of art that I make, to be honest. I'm like from the Bay Area. I'm like from San Francisco. So I kind of got into the whole art scene when I was really young. I was like a total little like weird punk kid, and I just like really was enjoying the whole DIY culture of like screen printing and like making patches and shirts and all that kind of stuff. But it was more like in high school when I started going to like Oakland First Fridays and Second Saturdays and stuff like that, that I really got more involved in like the Bay Area art scene as a whole, which then kind of led me into like printmaking. So I really kind of just focused on traditional basic printmaking and making prints to sell or, I don't know, do whatever. But then I just started to like experiment more and work with materials that I wasn't really working with before, and trying to really intermix the two of like, if I'm using latex in sculpture, like why not print a lithograph on latex? I work a lot with like ideas surrounding like trauma and more like maternal sides within trauma that can happen. So over the course of like the last year, because it's my senior year, I kind of sat down and was thinking like, what repetitive actions or ways of thinking or weird things is happening within my art that I found were like really interesting. And it kind of led me on this like year-long exploration and journey thesis that's now kind of my ending thesis that's like for the BFA show. With art, I'm able to like communicate better and understand my modes of thinking better, and I don't know, art's just great. Everyone should do art.
Faith is being able to accept whatever outcome. I think that you have to relinquish a certain amount of control and choose to be happy sometimes. I think that, yeah, that sums it up.
Believing in things, really. Believing that something will get better. Believing that there's some higher being that's looking out for everything, but just having this kind of hope of like things turning out well.
Okay, so I have a really interesting perspective on this, because when I grew up, I didn't grow up really in a religious home. My family's extremely science-based, so when it comes to spirituality, faith, or religion, it's just like something I don't know. Like the most I know about is like going to my friend's house for a sleepover, and they're like, oh, you gotta come to church with us now. So that's like all I really know. So when it comes to like faith in God, I don't really have like the most expertise perspective on it, but I've always seen a faith instead of like in God, but faith in yourself. I think the most powerful thing a person can have is having the belief that you as a person can do something. And I think that power is really important, to be able to have faith in yourself and what you're doing. And I think like when you look at successful people, and I think their confidence like is the most important thing they really have other than their abilities. Because I think if you don't have faith that you can do it, then how are you going to do it? So that's my perspective of faith.
A lot of people think that faith is about like some carpenter who got killed this one time, but I'm not so sure. It's my personal opinion that like faith is, you need to be able to like believe in yourself and humanity, you know, because change comes from within, to be cliche. So you have to believe in yourself to believe in society.
Something that's intangible, and it's believing in something outside of yourself. I think it has nothing to do with religion. And I think that when it is used within the confines of certain expectations or rules, that actually negates the purpose of faith, because it is something that doesn't necessarily need to be proven or explained. It's just like a feeling that you have, or you know, some kind of hope in something. Like it can be in science or love or the universe or anything that goes beyond what we see and can explain on a daily basis.
Well, I definitely think it's different for everybody. To me, it's like not specifically tied to religion. It's more like a personal belief system that no matter how bad things get, that there's something on the other side of that there's something to be learned, that there's like growth, and it's not always going to be how it is in that moment. So I think it's just like, for me, it's just a belief system that there's something beyond the bullshit. There's something better beyond the bullshit, if you will.
It's a lie. No. Faith. I think faith is, you could take it religious, you could take it not. I still think faith is just believing in, I think, whatever keeps you going in life. That's what I think faith is.
Faith. What does that mean? I believe this is a question we should all ask ourselves every single day. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Logan.
And I'm Kira.
And we've been By the Bay.
Would you like to comment and say?
Student Alliance meets every Tuesday at noon. Head on down to room 16B at noon and make your voice heard at noon.
Faith. Wait, cut. No, wait, now.